fans now please rise and remove your hats as we honor America for the playing of our national anthem.
Hey, good morning and almost good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Illinois Tech Baseball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. This is Eric Willowite, Sports Information Director for Illinois Tech Athletics. I'm going to be bringing you the call today for this non-conference matchup, second of the season, between the visiting North Central College Cardinals and your Illinois Tech Scarlet Hawks. North Central comes in with a record of 20-16 overall. This is the second meeting, as I mentioned, between these two teams. The Cardinals won a 10-3 decision over the Scarlet Hawks on March 22nd back in Naperville. And they lead this series 8-0. So the Scarlet Hawks have never beaten North Central College in 8 tries. Cardinals played yesterday. They had a pair of games. It was almost like a volleyball tri-match out in Naperville as they defeated MSOE in the first game 3-2. Then MSOE played Wabash in the middle match, as it were, and then North Central beat Wabash 12-5 in their second game yesterday. And again, getting them to a 20-16 record. Illinois Tech coming in with a record of 18-17 overall. They had a nice doubleheader victory at Concordia, Wisconsin yesterday, 10-5 and 7-5. And that moved them to 13-7 in the conference. And that will give them a good opportunity to possibly lock down a top 4 seed. I was talking with assistant coach Ryan Cantlin before the game, the assistant sports information director for Illinois Tech Athletics. And it's a possibility. They have to go 3-1 over their last 4 here and then get some help. But that's a possibility, and if they're in that top 4, they'll get a first-round bye in the postseason tournament, which they clinched yesterday. All right, your starting lineups leading off. For North Central, Yuki Yamada. And starting pitcher for Illinois Tech Athletics is Alex Lazis. He snares that bouncer to the mound. Nice play right out of the gate. And 1 out for the Scarlet Hawks. Lazis making a nice play. That was a tough play. It wasn't an easy grab, as he had to reset himself, but Yamada is retired. This is your North Central lineup. Yuki Yamada leading off, playing short. Batting second is Caleb Coberly. Batting third, Parker Wyatt. Batting fourth is Ryan Husky. Batting fifth, Peyton Diaz. Batting sixth, Jackson Bland. Batting seventh, Peyton Berg. Batting eighth, Gavin Kleist. Batting ninth, Caleb Smith. And on the mound for the Cardinals will be Johnny Rossi. Get your Hawks defense in a minute as that pitch is fouled off. Count goes to 0-2. This is your defense for the Scarlet Hawks. In left field, Matthew Bovey. Center field, Tanner Jenkins. Right field is Philip Bentz. Third base, Quentin Ripple. Shortstop, Jack Fryer. Second base, Kendall Miyasato. First base, Jonah Wilkes. And again, your battery, Alex Laza is the pitcher, and your catcher is Matthew Riley for head coach Ed Ziefert's Scarlet Hawks. 1-2 is the count on Coberly. And that one's fouled off. Count remains 1-2. Lazas has the sign. And the pitch on the way. That one stays inside, evens the count at 2. This is senior day for Illinois Tech baseball. We'll talk about that in a minute. Another foul goes off. Scarlet Hawks will be recognizing 10 seniors and 3 grad students in a post-game ceremony. And decent weather, no rain. It's a little cool, no sun, but it'll be a nice, memorable senior day for a truckload of seniors and grad students for the Scarlet Hawks. That ball goes down, and the count goes full on Caleb Colberly. As I mentioned, Parker Wyatt in the on-deck circle. Pitch from Lazas. That one driven out to center field. Jenkins camping underneath it, and he'll haul it in for the out. 2 down, and here's Parker Wyatt.
At bat for the Cardinals is number 8, Parker Wyatt.
This has to be one of my favorite baseball, and it just sounds like an old Western character. Parker Wyatt, who hails from Shorewood, Wisconsin, so I was hoping he was from like a Western state to fit with the name, but love the name anyways, as Wyatt fouls that one back. 0-1 the count. Azas with the pitch. And that one's flown out to center as well. Jenkins has it, and he hauls it in for the third out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the first inning. Illinois Tech coming up. Back at Ed Glancy Field, bottom half of the first inning.
Number 13, Jack Fryer.
Your lineup for the Hawks, leading off Jack Fryer, batting second, Philip Bentz, batting third, Quentin Ripple, batting fourth, Tyler Gutzfeld. Batting 5th, Kendall Miyasato. Batting 6th, Matthew Riley. Batting 7th, Matthew Bovee. Batting 8th, Tanner Jenkins. Batting 9th, Jonah Wilkes. Your defense for the Cardinals: in left field, Ryan Husky. Center field, Caleb Coberly. Right field, Parker Wyatt. Third base, Caleb Smith. Shortstop, Yuki Yamada. Second base is Jackson Bland. First base is Peyton Diaz. And the battery is Johnny Rossi, the pitcher. And the catcher is Gavin Kleist, as Jack Fryer on with a single to start things off here in the bottom half of the first inning.
Hawks is number 35, Philip Bentz.
Rossi, the pitcher for the Cardinals, coming in with a record of 2-4 overall. This is his 11th appearance. 32 in the third innings, 39 hits, 42 runs allowed, 39 earned, 27 walks, 25 strikeouts, and he's allowed 6 home runs. Opponents are hitting .295 against Rossi as that pitch is outside for a ball. Throw to first, and Fryer back in there. Scarlet Hawks had a trove of stolen bases yesterday. There's another throw. That one almost sailed away from the first baseman, Diaz. He was able to get off the bag and pull that one in. They've moved out in front in the Northern Athletics Collegiate Conference lead in stolen bases. So base running a big part of the Scarlet Hawks game. Pitch stays up high. It's 3-0. The Hawks have 108 stolen bases, 140 caught stealing. And opponents are 44 of 62, so definitely running is a big part of the Hawks game. 3-0 count. That one's in there for a strike. On Philip Bentz on deck, third baseman Quentin Ripple. Rossi has the sign from Kleist. And the pitch on the way, swung on and missed. Count goes full. Three-two pitch. That one nubbed over the third baseman's head. That's going to fall for a hit. Fryer is going to look to advance, and he is. Oh, they're going to say he's out. So Fryer out at third base as they're doing a little bit of maintenance there as the base came out of the peg there. When Jack Fryer slid into third base, trying to stretch from second to third, and he was thrown out on the nice play there by Caleb Smith, who gets it over to Rossi and tags him out. As that is a ball outside, 1-0 is the count to Quentin Ripple. So 2 hits in the early going for the Scarlet Hawks, but only 1 base runner at the moment. That one bounces in, and advancing to second base is Philip Bentz on the pass ball. Two 2-0 the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Rossi trying to work around a little beginning of the game traffic here as that one goes low, 3-0. Looking to find his control here. We mentioned on the season, he's allowed 27 walks, 25 strikeouts. That one catches the outer part of the plate, 3-1. Tyler Gutzfeld, the designated hitter, waiting on deck for the Hawks. That one bounces in. Bentz did not go. So that'll be a walk for Ripple. And first and second, one out.
Next up at bat for the Scarlet Hawks is number 5, Tyler Gutzfeld.
Just hit refresh.
Okay.
And then you may have to go back and check, make sure you have the runners right. So runners on first and second, one out. Good. And there's a stolen base for Philip Bentz as he goes into third base. So Bentz on third. Ripple stays at first for now. That pitch was a ball. Pitch to Gutzfeld. He fouls that one off. Count evens at 1. Gutzfeld, the leading home run hitter for the Scarlet Hawks with 10. Next closest is 3. As he fouls that one off over on the left field side. That's Philip Bentz and Jack Fryer each have 3 home runs. Check that. No, I'm looking at the wrong category. No. Yeah, 3. And it's Matthew Riley next in home runs with 3. And then not a whole lot of home runs for the Hawks, 16 total. Pitch outside for a ball. Count goes to 2-2. As far as the wind today, sort of east-northeast, about 10, 12 miles an hour, although it's gusting up a little bit right now. That one fouled by the Scarlet Hawks dugout on the first base side. Wind kind of blowing in at the moment to the left-handed hitting Gutzfeld. Rossi's pitch on the way. He lines that one over the right fielder's head. That's going to bounce off the wall. Coming in to score is Bentz. Moving into third is Ripple on the double. The 1 RBI double from Tyler Gutzfeld.
Next up at bat for the Scarlet Hawks is number 31, Kendall Miyasato.
That'll bring up Miyasato. The Hawks strike first. They lead 1-0. So here's Kendall Miyasato with runners on second and third. And he hits that one into center field. That'll drop. Scoring is Ripple, and moving into third base, Tyler Gutzfeld. So 2-0 Scarlet Hawks.
Now batting for the Scarlet Hawks is number 25, Matthew Riley.
That'll bring up the catcher, Matthew Riley. Hitting in the 6th spot. Getting his sign. And he steps into the box with runners on the corners and only 1 out. 2 runs in for the Scarlet Hawks, 4 hits. Pitch goes outside, and again, that only out so far in the inning was Jack Fryer trying to extend from second to third on the single by Phillip Bentz. And that ball blooped over to the third baseman's head, but he was thrown out. And there's a line drive over the third baseman. That'll bring in Gutzfeld. And we have runners at first and second with one out. 3-0 Illinois Tech.
Now batting for the Scarlet Hawks is number 33, Matthew Bovey.
Matthew Bovey always with a good walk-up song. And now we're going to have a conversation on the mound as Johnny Rossi getting hit around here a little bit. 5 hits for the Scarlet Hawks, 3 runs in, and only 1 out. North Central, again, had a pair of games yesterday. They were both non-conference affairs, however, so nothing in conference. For the Cardinals, they wrap up their regular season next weekend. They host Elmhurst, the Blue Jays, for 3 games, a single game on Friday, and then a doubleheader on Saturday to close out the CCIW regular season, and then the tournament would begin the following week. Same thing for the Scarlet Hawks. They actually have 2 more doubleheaders this week. They play Dominican. They host Dominican on Tuesday, and then they're at Aurora on Friday to close out the regular season before the NAC tournament starts next week. All right, mound visit is over. Here's the pitch from Rossi to Bovey, and that one stays high for a ball. One out, runners on first and second. 3 runs in for the Hawks. Again, looking to defeat North Central for the first time in 9 tries, as that one drops in for a strike, evens the count at 1. Bovey, one of the seniors being honored after the game. Playing in left field today, normally an infielder, but wanted to get him in the lineup on senior day. He got to play in the Illinois Tech U Chicago game at Rate Field on Monday as well. 1-2 the count. Pitch from Rossi. Both runners are going, and that one's down for a ball, and it'll be a double steal, so both runners steal. And it counts 2-2. That was a good look by Bovey. And again, with the runners going, Kleist wasn't able to hang on to the ball. Otherwise, he would have made a throw down to third base and Caleb Smith. Here's Rossi's 2-2 pitch. That one's popped up to the infield. Actually, no, short to the outfield. And it's hauled in by the center fielder for the second out.
Next up at bat for the Scarlet Hawks is number 12, Tanner Jenkins.
So it's Tanner Jenkins who's playing center field today for the Hawks. Normally patrolled by Ryan Fostiak this season, with Tyler Gutzfeld handling designated hitter duties. But Jenkins in center with, again, we mentioned Matthew Bovey playing left field today. 2 outs, 3 runs in, and runners on second and third for the Scarlet Hawks. First pitch to Jenkins. That drops in there for a strike. Rossi has the sign from Kleist. And Jenkins drops it down. He might beat this one out. He does. It's an infield single to the pitcher for Tanner Jenkins with an RBI and the run coming in.
The Scarlet Hawks is number 46, Jonah Wilkes.
Nice job by Jenkins dropping the bunt down, and by the time Rossi got there to field it, he did not have a play, and he didn't want to airmail it down the first base line, so he wisely held on to it. 4-0 Illinois Tech. Pitch in for a strike to the Hawks' number 9 hitter, first baseman Jonah Wilkes. If Wilkes gets on, it'll be back to the top of the order and Jack Fryer, who started this inning off with a hit. As Wilkes fouls that one off over on the first base side, out of play. 0-2 the count on Jonah Wilkes. Jenkins on at first. And at third base is Riley. Swung on and struck out. Jenkins had the bag stolen, but doesn't matter anyways, as Jonah Wilkes goes down swinging, but not before the Hawks put across 4 runs on 6 hits, no errors. 2 runners left on base. We'll go to the top of the second inning. Illinois Tech leading 4-0. Top of the second inning, leading off for the Cardinals will be the left fielder Ryan Husky. Pitch down low for a ball. "6'4" senior out of Geneva, Illinois, as he takes another pitch outside for a ball. 2-0. That one popped up to Kendo Miyasato in the infield, and he'll pull it down for the out. 1 out.
Now batting for the Cardinals is number 31, Peyton Diaz.
There's Peyton Diaz, the first baseman. Diaz hitting .347 on the year. 3 homers, 29 RBI, 21 walks. He's struck out 20 times. On base .451 and slugging percentage .517 for Diaz. 0-1 the count. Alex Laza's in his second inning of pitching. That one slapped out to right field, curving away and hauled in. A nice job by Philip Bentz to pull that one in, playing right field. It's one thing the Hawks, their catchers can also play in right field. They have some athletic catchers. Very versatile, allows Coach Ed Zievert some options when he wants to get the bats in the lineup. Both Riley and Bentz having great seasons. 2 outs. And that one hit the first base. Wilkes knocks it down, flips it to Laza's covering. And that's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Scarlet Hawks. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the second inning. Illinois Tech leading North Central 4-0.
Jack Fryer.
And you heard on the public address announcement, it is Jack Fryer leading it off for the Scarlet Hawks. Again, he led off the first inning with a single. He got cut down trying to extend from second to third on the single by Phillip Bentz over the third baseman's head, so he gets to start off the second inning now. That pitch inside for a strike. On the season, Fryer, 377 average, 493 slugging, 500 on base percentage. He's stolen 23 of 27 bases to lead the Scarlet Hawks. Count even at 1. And Fryer drops down a bunt to Rossi. This time it's a little right out front. He's able to field that and make the play. 1-3 put out for Rossi.
Now batting for the Scarlet Hawks is number 35, Phillip Bentz.
Nice job by Rossi. That'll bring up Phillip Bentz. Again, we had that single over the third baseman's head, just kind of blooped it out there. Got jammed, but was able to get it just past the reach of Caleb Smith. Rossi's pitch is inside for a ball to Bentz. Two 2-0 on Bentz. And Bentz smacks that one to left field, but easily playable for Ryan Husky. And that's 2 outs for the Cardinals here in the bottom of the second. A much cleaner inning so far for Johnny Rossi and his Cardinals here in the bottom of the second. Here's Quentin Ripple, the third baseman for the Scarlet Hawks. And he lines that one out to right center. And it's hauled in. A nice play out in right field as Parker Wyatt dove and hauled that one in. Nice grab by Wyatt. Nice leather thrown by North Central here in this second inning. And we'll go to the top of the third. Illinois Tech leading 4-0. Back at Ed Glancy Field, top of the third inning. Pitching change for the Scarlet Hawks. Now coming in relief after 2 innings of spotless work by Alex Lazez to start the game. It'll be Andrew Stanislawski, the freshman pitcher for the Scarlet Hawks. And he will face Peyton Berg, the designated hitter for the Cardinals. 4-0 Illinois Tech. Give you the rundown on Andrew here in a moment. First pitch is a strike. Stanislawski, this is his 6th appearance. 13-14 ERA, 12 1/3 innings pitch, 24 hits, 21 runs allowed, 18 earned, 9 walks, 7 strikeouts, 4 homers, 4 doubles. Opponents are hitting .429 against Stanislawski. Count is 0-2 on Peyton Berg. Swung on and missed, and Stanislawski gets the strikeout to start things off here in the top half of the 3rd inning, with Illinois Tech holding on to a 4-0 lead. 4 runs in that first inning on 6 hits.
Now batting for the Cardinals is number 30, Gavin Kleist.
Here's the catcher, Gavin Kleist. Not sure if it's Kleist or Kleist. I'm going with Kleist. There's no pronunciation key for Gavin, so if it is Kleist, we are unaware. Swung on and missed, so Stanislawski throwing strikes here right out of the gate. Left-handed pitcher Stanislawski. Ooh, and that one fouled right off the top of the press box that we can't use here at Glancy Field. We do have a camera mounted in that press box, so that's the view you're looking at directly from the press box. You probably saw that ball go right up there. 0-2 the count, and that one fouled back to the backstop. The count remains 0-2 on the catcher Kleist. Third baseman Caleb Smith will be up next. He's the 9 batter in the Cardinals lineup. Pitch from Stanislawski. That one flying out over to the right side. That might drift away, and it does. The wind picked that one up a little bit and then carried it out of play. As a trio of Hawk defenders pursued the ball. Jonah Wilkes, Kendall Miyasato, and Philip Bentz all tried to track that one down to no avail. Count remains 0-2 as Kleist is battling here, trying to get the Cardinals' first hit of the game. That one stays down low. That's the first ball for Stanislawski. Count goes to 1-2. Cardinals, they're all black traveling uniforms with red pinstripes, red numerals with white trim around them. Swung on and missed, and another strikeout for Stanislawski. 2 outs, and third baseman Caleb Smith.
Next up at bat for the Cardinals is number 23, Caleb Smith.
Smith steps in with a .250 batting average. He started 29 games for the Cardinals. He pops that one up to Miyasato, who's tracking underneath it, and he hauls it in. The first pitch pop out from Smith. No runs, no hits, no errors, a couple of strikeouts for Stanislawski, the new pitcher for the Hawks. We'll go to the bottom of the 3rd. Illinois Tech leading North Central 4-0. It'll be Tyler Gutzfeld to lead things off for the Scarlet Hawks here in the bottom of the third inning. Illinois Tech with a 4-0 lead on the strength of 4 runs in that bottom of the first. 0-0 for North Central, 4-6-0 for Illinois Tech. Johnny Rossi in his third inning pitching. Throws the first pitch strike to Gutzfeld. It'll be Tyler Gutzfeld, Kendall Miyasato, and Matthew Riley, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters here for the Scarlet Hawks in the bottom of the third. Rossi's next offering fouled off, 0-2. Well, somehow the sun broke out. I didn't think that was possible today, but it did. So that's a good sign for a senior day here at Ed Glancy Field. Don't know how long it'll stay, but much welcomed. That one fouled off over to the left field side. That one's going to go out of play. Nowhere to go for Ryan Husky as that one over the fence on the left field side. Count remains 0-2. Wind picking up a little bit. Not enough to put the flag in motion. It kind of feels like it's still blowing inward a little bit. There's a bouncer to second base. That one hauled in by Bland. Flips over to first and just gets Tyler Gutzfeld streaming down that line for the first out of the inning. That'll bring up the Hawks' second baseman, Kendall Miyasato. Miyasato coming in with a 270 average. On base 396, 15 walks, 13 strikeouts. And he lines that one foul over on the left field side. Miyasato's 10 for 12 in stolen bases, so he's another one of the Scarlet Hawks stolen base leaders. Another first-year player cracking the starting lineup in Miyasato. Miyasato pulls the bat back, and that one stays outside for a ball, 1-1. Kendall Miyasato, Quentin Ripple, Matthew Riley, and Ryan Fostiak, all first-year players for the Scarlet Hawks, cracking that starting lineup and making significant contributions, as you'd have to if you're a first-year player. That one stays out for a ball, 2-1. Hawks have a stronger bench this year because of it. That one in high, 3-1 to Miyasato. On the edge of the grass is third baseman Caleb Smith, in case Miyasato wants to drop down another bunt. He's perfectly placed, as that's where Miyasato goes with it. Throw was a little high, but not enough to pull Peyton Diaz off the bag, and Miyasato's retired 5-3.
Batting next for the Scarlet Hawks is number 25, Matthew Riley.
So Matthew Riley up to bat. Comes to bat with 2 out here as Rossi's settled in nicely after that first inning. First pitch up high for a ball. Bottom 3, 4-0 Illinois Tech. Rossi's pitch. That one stays outside as Riley did a good job of holding back. 2-0 to Riley. If Riley gets on, be the left fielder Matthew Bovee. That one stays in, 3-0. Rossi's 3-0 pitch in there for a strike all the way. And all the way taking was Riley. Now still has a favorable count, 3-1 with 2 outs. Rossi's pitch. That stays high, and a nice at-bat for Riley, drawing the walk.
Now batting to the Scarlet
That'll
Hawks,
bring up
number
Matthew
33,
Bovey.
Matthew Bovey.
So Bovey on with 2 outs. And Matthew Riley, the catcher, on at first base. Quick throw over, and Riley dives in there safely. Now the flag has picked up. It's blowing from right to left. Bovey fouls that one back to the netting here, right where our broadcast table is located. We're kind of offset to the right a little bit from where you see the home plate umpire and catcher. That's where we're located. 0-1. The count on Bovey. That one's in there for a strike, 0-2. Bovey extends the inning. It'll be the center fielder, Tanner Jenkins, up next. Rossi's pitch. There goes the runner. That one's fouled back. We'll do it again. Rossi has the sign, and the 0-2 pitch to Bovey. That one's popped foul, heading towards 31st Street. Count remains 0-2. Sounds like it hit something out there. Always the roulette wheel driving on 31st Street. There goes Riley down to second base, and he is safe. So a stolen base for Riley and a ball, the pitch. So Riley into second base with a stolen base. And for Riley, that is his 4th stolen base. He's 4 for 4 now. So runner on second, 2 outs, 1-2 count to Bovey, facing Johnny Rossi here in the 3rd inning. Now throw over to second. Second baseman Jackson Bland crept in there, and Riley had to dive back in on the throw from Rossi. A little cat and mouse there. And swung on and missed as Bovey goes down on strikes to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base on the walk and stolen base from Matthew Riley. We'll go to the top of the 4th inning. It's Illinois Tech leading 4-0. Yuki Yamada leading it off for
Now batting for the Cardinals.
the Cardinals
is
here.
number 11, Yuki Yamada.
Here in the top of the fourth inning. 0-0 for North Central, 4-6-0 for Illinois Tech. Andrew Stanislawski in on his second inning in relief of Alex Lazes, who pitched 2 sharp innings, scoreless innings on his senior day, and a first pitch strike from Stanislawski. Oh, actually, that was a ball. My bad. And that one's down low for a ball as well. 2-0. It'll be Yamada, Caleb Coberly, and then Parker Wyatt. The 1, 2, and 3 hitters for the Cardinals here in the top of the fourth. That one catches the outer part of the plate. Count goes to 2-1 on Yamada. Yamada batting .338 on the season. .452 on base percentage, 16 walks, 14 for 15 in stolen bases, so he's definitely a threat if he gets on base. And he's got a favorable account now, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch to Yamada. That one's in the dirt, and a leadoff walk for the Cardinals shortstop.
Now batting for the Cardinals is number 1, Caleb Coberly.
Well, Stanislawski, the left-handed pitcher, will keep an eye on Yamada. But he definitely is a threat to go with 14 out of 15 in stolen bases, as we mentioned. First pitch fouled off. Caleb Coberly, the second baseman. Coberly coming into the game hitting .400, 130 at-bats, 3 home runs, slugging .531 on base, .484. And the second pitch is a ball. As Ripple came in a little bit on Coberly, the left-handed batter. The wind now blowing in kind of towards the third base dugout. So kind of center to left breeze. Stanislawski's pitch. That one's flied out to Bovee in left field. He's running in underneath it. He grabs it for the first out of the inning. So Coberly retired. And Yamada remains at first base for now.
Bat for the Cardinals is number 8, Parker Wyatt.
So it's Parker Wyatt, Cardinals right fielder, hitting .377 on the year. He has 8 home runs, tied for the team lead with Jackson Bland. 54 RBIs, he leads in that category. Stanislawski with a long look at first. That ball angling towards the right field sign, but they're going to not get there in time. And 0-1 the count on the foul ball to Parker Wyatt. Throw over to first. Yamada in there easily. Another look at first. Pitch to Wyatt. That one fouled out again over to the right field side. This time it's going to go out of play. And the count goes to 0-2 on Parker Wyatt. So it's a good start here on the count for Stanislawski against Wyatt, but Wyatt still getting a piece of it. And obviously a very dangerous hitter for the Cardinals with Yamada on first base. Another throw over the first, and Yamada in there easily. Just a couple steps, and he's there. He's not getting a huge lead, at least the first lead, but it's the secondary lead. And now he's stretching it out a little bit. Pitch on the way. That one popped out to center field. It's Tanner Jenkins with the sunglasses on. He hauls that one in. And there's 2 outs. So after the leadoff walk to Yamada, a couple flyouts, one to left, one to center field.
Next up at bat for the Cardinals is number 22, Ryan Husky.
And that'll bring up Ryan Husky, the left fielder. For the Cardinals. 2 outs, top 4. That pitch curls in there for a strike. Stanislawski gets ahead of Husky. Lefty on lefty matchup here. Throw over to first. Yamada back easily. But Stanislawski paying attention to the Cardinals shortstop, trying to keep him on first base. At the same time, keeping his focus on the batter in the box, Ryan Husky. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. That one driven hard to right field. That's got a chance, and it is gone. So Ryan Husky puts that ball over the fence for his 3rd home run of the season. And the Cardinals get their first hit and first 2 runs with the 2-out home run by Ryan Husky. He got all of that one. And it's 4-2 now, so the Cardinals' first hit, the home run variety by Husky. He connects and gets that one over the tall fence in right field. Puts that one on Michigan Avenue. And next batter will be Peyton Diaz, the first baseman. That ball is in the dirt, ball 1. Oh, just like that, the Cardinals cut the Hawks' lead in half, 4-2. They trail now. Bouncer up the middle. That one's going to get through. So back-to-back hits now for the Cardinals as Diaz bounces that one up the middle. So a 2-out hit.
The Cardinals is number 16, Jackson Bland.
And it's Jackson Bland, who again tied for the team lead in home runs with 8. A runner on first base and another left-handed hitter for Stanislawski to face, which for Husky, he was able to turn that around on Stanislawski and put it over the left field fence. The first pitch was a ball to Bland. Pitch is in there for a strike, evens the count at 1 apiece. Diaz, take a look at him. He's only attempted 1 stolen base this season. He's 0 for 1. It's not a huge threat to go, but D3 baseball, you never know. Swung on and missed by Bland, and Stanislawski ahead of the count here, 1-2. If Bland reaches, it'll be Peyton Berg, the designated hitter, who's on deck for the Cardinals. That one stays high, evens the count at 2. One on, 2 outs, 2 runs in for the Cardinals here in the top of the 4th. Stanislawski set. Here's the pitch. That one's popped over on the left field side. Bovee tracking it, and he makes a great play as he pulls that one in for the out. Hang on to it long enough to make the out. Then he tracked back to go grab his hat. That came flying off as he went to grab that ball for the 3rd out of the inning. 2 runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We'll go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Illinois Tech leading 4-2. Back at Ed Glancy Field, 4-2. Illinois Tech on top of North Central College here in this non-conference matchup. 2-2-0 for the Cardinals, 4-6-0 for Illinois Tech. Right-hander Johnny Rossi has held the Hawks hitless since the first inning. They had 6 hits in that opening frame and none since then. So he's settled in nicely. First pitch to Tanner Jenkins, the center fielder leading it off for the Scarlet Hawks. Pitch fouled back. 0-1 the count. Be Tanner Jenkins, Jonah Wilkes, and then the top of the lineup and Jack Fryer for the Scarlet Hawks here at bottom half of the 4th inning. Ooh, that one sails over the head of Tanner Jenkins. He had to duck underneath that. Ball just got away from Rossi. Jenkins, bouncer to short, thrown over to first, and he is retired 6-3. So 1 out, and Jonah Wilkes, the first baseman.
Number 46, Jonah Wilkes.
Jonah Wilkes, another one of the players being recognized in the post-game ceremony. Wilkes, graduate student. 3 graduate students and 10 seniors. Pitch catches the outer part of the plate, 0-1. Another nice pitch from Rossi. That's in there for a strike. Good off-speed pitch that drops in. Has Wilkes behind in the count, 0-2. Fastball on the outer part of the plate, fouled back by Wilkes. Count remains 0-2. High, 1-2. That one curled in high. 2-2 the count on Jonah Wilkes as he had to duck underneath that one. Another ball that just kind of got away from Rossi a little bit. Fastball in tight, but that is high for ball 3. So a nice job by Jonah Wilkes coming all the way back to force a full count. 3-2 pitch coming from Rossi here. And that one popped over on the first base side and was not able to grab it. As he went over on the other side of the dugout, we couldn't see. We had to wait for the umpire's signal. With the safe call means no catch. So we'll do it again. Full count on Jonah Wilkes. That was a fastball by Rossi. Let's see what he's got in store here for Wilkes on the follow-up pitch. Right down the middle of the plate, and Wilkes lines that one into left field. The Hawks have their first hit since the first inning, and a runner on with one out. And leadoff hitter, Jack Fryer.
Number 13, Jack Fryer.
Fryer fakes the bunt, pulls the bat back, bouncer to third baseman Caleb Smith, tries to cover it, throw over to first, and he gets him just in time. Good, nice recovery by Caleb Smith to get Jack Fryer. Jonah Wilkes moves into second base, so 5-3 on the putout. 2 outs. Yeah, Smith kind of bobbled the initial attempt at it, but kept it in front of him. So nicely done by Smith. And get the throw down there to get the speedy Jack Fryer. 2 outs. Jonah Wilkes on at second, and it's Phillip Bentz, the right fielder. Bentz swings through that off-speed pitch, 0-1. Bentz wanted to put that one over the scoreboard. But Rossi had other ideas. 0-1 pitch. Another off-speed pitch on the outer part of the plate, and Bentz fouls that one over on the first base side to the backstop. 0-2. So let's see what Rossi goes with here. 2 off-speed pitches has Bentz hunting. Might be a waste pitch here from Rossi. Oh, it was another off-speed pitch. That goes to short. Nice play by Yamada, who throws out Bentz at first base. So no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We'll go to the top of the 5th inning. It's 4-2, Illinois Tech on top. Top of the 5th inning for North Central. It'll be their 7, 8, and 9 hitter, Peyton Berg, to lead it off. Designated hitter followed by the catcher, Gavin Kleist, and then the third baseman, Caleb Smith, for the North Central Cardinals, who trail 4-2. But they got those 2 runs on a 2-run homer by Ryan Husky back in that top of the 4th inning to get their first hit. It would go on to get another hit and then cut the Hawks' lead in half, 4-2. First pitch ball to Berg. Berg with a liner out to left field right at Matthew Bovey, who pulls that in for the first out of the top of the 5th inning.
Next up at bat for the Cardinals is number 30, Gavin Kleist.
So here is the left-handed hitting Kleist. Facing the left-handed Andrew Stanislawski here with one out in the top of the fifth. The pitch stays up high for a ball. Bouncer to second. Miyasato gets that. Second hop was nice, right where his glove was perfectly. And 4-3 on the putout for Kleist. 2 outs. And that's the third baseman, the number 9 hitter, Caleb Smith. Lined out to center field. Trailing back for it is Jenkins. He pulls it in before the wall. And a nice 1-2-3 inning. A good follow-up inning for Stanislawski after allowing the 2 runs in the top of the 4th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 5th. Illinois Tech leading 4-2. Bottom half of the 5th inning, we have a new pitcher on for the Cardinals. It is Colby Gaither. Gaither, this is his 3rd appearance, has a 2.70 ERA, 3 1/3 innings pitched, 6 hits allowed, 1 run, 1 earned, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .375 in the 3 1/3 innings pitched from Gaither. Gaither's first pitch is in there for a strike to leadoff man, third baseman Quentin Ripple. That one's in there for a strike, catches the outer part of the plate. 0-2 the count. Colby Gaither, new pitcher for the Cardinals. 0-2 pitch. That one lined out to right field, but that is right at Parker Wyatt, who hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
Next up at bat for the Scarlet Hawks is number 5, Tyler Gutzfeld.
That's the designated hitter, Tyler Gutzfeld, next batter for the Hawks. Facing the right-hander, Gaither. As Rossi, also a right-hander. Did very well after, again, we mentioned after that first inning, falling behind 4-0, 6 hits allowed. He only allowed 1 hit after that, and that came in the last half of the 4th inning. So It was a nice recovery by Rossi, and he turns things over to Gaither here. His first pitch to Gutsfeld in the dirt for a ball. Tyler Gutsfeld waiting on deck, the second baseman, Kendall Miyasato. Umpire Jeremiah Johnson cleaning off that home plate. Gutsfeld steps back in with a 1-0 count, one out here in the bottom half of the fifth. That one just outside. 2-0. Gutsfeld fouls that one back, 2-1 the count. Gutsfeld flies that one out to left center field, but that one's going to stay in the park, as pulling that one in is Ryan Husky for the second out of the inning.
Now batting for the Scarlet Hawks is number 31, Kendall Miyasato.
So here's Miyasato, the Scarlet Hawks second baseman. Ball down low. Miyasato gets on. It'll be the catcher Matthew Riley on deck. Bouncer to second baseman. That's Bland. And he gets the 4-3 put out to retire the Scarlet Hawks in order here in the bottom of the fifth. We'll go to the top of the sixth inning. It's Illinois Tech on top, 4-2. Top of the sixth inning. Andrew Stanislawski still in there. He's in his fourth inning of relief. 2 runs, 2 hits for the left-hander for the Scarlet Hawks.
Now batting for the Cardinals is number 11, Yuki Yamada.
And it's Yuki Yamada leading things off here for the Cardinals. That one fouled back. 0-1 the count. That one catch the outer part of the plate. 0-2 the count on Yamada, who reached on a walk on his last at-bat. And he was brought in on the home run by Ryan Husky. 0-2 pitch. That one stays just down, I believe. And 1-2 the count. That one stays outside. The count moves to 2-2. Top of the order for the Cardinals, Yamada, Coberly, and Wyatt. 1-2-3 hitters here in the top of the sixth inning as the Cardinals trail 4-2. 2-2-0 for North Central, 4-7-0 for Illinois Tech. 2-2 pitch. That one stays outside, so after falling behind 0-2, Yamada is able to push the count to full with Caleb Coberly on deck, Cardinals center fielder. 3-2 pitch from Stanislawski. That one lined over to first base. That's going to get past Jonah Wilkes. He's going to go down the line. Yamada's going to move into second base with a leadoff double as he gets in there easily. A cloud of dust and a leadoff double for the shortstop for North Central. That's a tough play as that ball was tailing away from Jonah Wilkes on the first base side. Yamada saw that he had the play right in front of him, and he took the extra base. So a leadoff double for Yamada. Center fielder Caleb Coberly. That's the third hit of the game for North Central here in the top of the sixth. A runner in scoring position for Coberly. So Stanislawski going to have to work through the tough part of the lineup here. Bunt is popped up. Stanislawski's going to field that one. So the attempt by Coberly to move Yamada over to third ends in a pop out to the pitcher. So one out.
Next up at bat for the Cardinals is number 8, Parker Wyatt.
And here's Parker Wyatt, the right fielder for the Cardinals. We mentioned leads the team in home runs, tied with Jackson Bland with 8 apiece. Bouncer down the third base line goes foul, 0-1. The Cardinals home run hitter in the top of the fourth, Ryan Husky, waits on deck. Stanislawski's pitch. That one catches the outer part of the plate, 0-2. Is the count on Wyatt. Stanislawski, long look at Yamada at second. Now the pitch fouled over towards 31st Street. Look out, cars. 31st Street foul ball roulette is in action whenever the Scarlet Hawks have a home game here at Ed Glancy Field. As foul territory behind home plate is right by 31st Street. 0-2 remains the count on Wyatt. That one flied out to center field. That one's going to hang up for a little while. Who is going to get it? It'll be Jenkins, and he's going to hold Yamada at second base as it gets to throw in quickly. And now there's 2 outs.
Next up at bat for the Cardinals is number 22, Ryan Husky.
And again, Husky got behind in the count, but then was able to jack a home run over the right field fence for the Cardinals' 2 runs in this game. This time Yamada on at second base instead of first. And Stanislawski, first pitch to the tall left fielder, is in there for an off-speed pitch strike. Top of the sixth, 4-2 Illinois Tech. Trying to win their first ever game against North Central in 9 tries. Swung on and missed by Husky. Count goes to 0-2. Husky gets on, it'll be Peyton Diaz, the first baseman for the Cardinals. Stanislawski, another 0-2 count here on Husky. Let's see if he can get the put-away pitch. And this time he does, in the dirt. And he'll throw down the first base to retire Husky on the strikeout. So good recovery by Stanislawski that time as he gets the strikeout on Husky to keep the Cardinals off the board. We'll go to the bottom half of the sixth inning. It's Illinois Tech on top, 4-2. Jakub Rayon is the new pitcher for the Cardinals. This is his second appearance, has a 13.50 ERA in 1 1/3 innings pitched, 1 hit, 4 runs, 2 earned, 3 walks, 1 strikeout. He has allowed 1 home run on the season. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Scarlet Hawks.
Matthew Riley.
Riley leading it off. First pitch to Riley is a ball. Riley, Matthew Bovey, and Tanner Jenkins, 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Hawks. That one stays down for a ball, 2-0. Rayon has the sign and the pitch. In the dirt, 3-0. So Rayon falling behind here at his first batter faced Matthew Riley. Catcher, who, as you can imagine, has a good batting eye. In the dirt, so 4 straight balls from Rayon. And that'll put Riley on at first base with nobody out. And Matthew Bovey up to bat. And you're going to imagine Bovey with 4 straight balls from Rayon has the take sign on here. Riley on at first. And Rayon gets that pitch into Bovey for a strike. For Riley, he's again 4 for 4 in stolen bases. Ball in the dirt, evens the count at 1 apiece. Pitch is outside. He was off on the stolen base anyway, so he would have had that. So a stolen base for Riley. 2-1 the count. I was hoping we don't have any.
It's going to. I'm telling you right now that it will.
Yeah, we're having a quick mound visit here. And this might be it.
They only gave him
All right, now they're going to have a conversation with them, see what they're going to do here. Also kind of wasting some time as they have a pitcher warming up in the bullpen. So coach is going to have an extended visit here. Let's see when the umpire goes to break up the huddle. Is that what Coach Ed Ziefert's looking for here? He's wanting to see some action out of the umpires. And now we get movement. He's doing the slow walk back. Kind of save some time for his relief pitcher warming up. As Jakub Rayon in a little bit of a jam here. Runner at second base, 2-1 count on Bovee. Here's the pitch. That one's low and in the dirt, 3-1. This might be the last batter for Rayon here if he's unable to get Bovee out. See if he can battle back in the count. Trails 3-1. Looks back at Riley at second base. Another look. A third look. And now the pitch on the way. That one was close. But it was a walk to Bovee.
Next up at bat for the Scarlet Hawks is number 12, Tanner Jenkins.
So it's Tanner Jenkins now, the Scarlet Hawks center fielder for today. Another one of the seniors. No. Check that. That's not right. Ball strike. That one's in there. Yeah, no. Tanner's not on the senior list of the 13 players being recognized today on the roster. Two on, nobody out. 0-1 count to Jenkins. He squares around, pulls it back as both Smith and Diaz coming in from the corners. Now that one gets in there. That's down for a ball, so the count's 1-1 on Jenkins. First baseman Diaz already well in on the grass over on the first base side. And he drops the bunt down to the pitcher, throws over to third base. So a fielder's choice. It's 1-5 on the putout. Nice play there by Rayon.
Now batting for the Scarlet Hawks is number 4.
Retires Riley over at third base on the 1-3 putout. So on second, Matthew Bovee. On first, Tanner Jenkins, one out. It's Jonah Wilkes. And a throw over to second base. As Rayon trying to get out of this inning via the base paths here. Good tight play in it on the throw to second, trying to get Bovee. And another fake throw over to second as shortstop Yuki Yamada is keeping Bovee close. And now another look back. Oh, they called a balk. So the balk by Rayon puts both runners move up a base to second and third. Bovee at third, Jenkins at second. And that'll do it for Rayon as he exits. He gets the one out on the play out at third base. Those two runners are his responsibility. And we'll have a new pitcher here for the Cardinals. We'll take a look to see who this is. Kind of waiting to see what his number is. He's covering that up as he's trying to put on his pitch watch. Ryan Gertis.
Now pitching for the Cardinals is number 3, Ryan Gertis.
So Ryan Gertis is the new pitcher for the Cardinals. Let's go over Gertis's numbers. This is his 18th appearance. He's got a 2-1 record, a 9.30 ERA, 20 and a third innings pitched. He's allowed 29 hits, 24 runs, 21 of them earned. 12 walks, 12 strikeouts. He's allowed 6 doubles, a triple, and 2 home runs. And opponents are hitting .322 against the left-handed pitching Ryan Gertis. He will face Jonah Wilkes in the top of the Hawks lineup. And Jack Fryer, should Wilkes continue the inning. He'll inherit runners from Yakub Rayon, Matthew Bovee at third base, and Tanner Jenkins at second base. So he's trying to keep the Cardinals right here, trailing by 2. It's 2-3-0 for North Central, 4-7-0 for Illinois Tech here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As the Hawks look to grab those 2 runs back from the homer by Ryan Husky that cut the Hawks' lead in half, 4-2, back in the top of the 4th. So warm-up pitches are completed for Gertis. And here's Jonah Wilkes.
Now batting for the Scarlet Hawks.
Wilkes had a base hit to left field in his last at-bat. Got a chance to drive in a run or 2 here. He puts this ball in play. Wilkes will fly that one out to right field. Bovee, he's going to go home. And the throw on to third base, but not in time. So a sacrifice fly for Jonah Wilkes. Runner scores from third, and then Tanner Jenkins moves into third with 2 outs. So a productive out there for Jonah Wilkes, gets one of the runs back, and it's now 5-2 Illinois Tech. So RBI sacrifice fly for Jonah Wilkes. Drives in the 5th Hawks run. That brings up the top of the order in Jack Fryer. It takes a first pitch strike from Ryan Gertis. Bottom of the 6th. That one stays outside, evens the count at 1. Philip Bentz awaits on deck for the Hawks if the inning extends. As that pitch called low, 2-1. So that run charged to the Rayon, and Tanner Jenkins is his responsibility as well. That pitch is high, 3-1. That ball fouled over on the first base side. It's going to get out of play. So no play there for Peyton Diaz and the Cardinals. Count goes full, 3-2 on Jack Fryer. Scarlet Hawks shortstop and leadoff hitter. Three-two pitch. Line drive over. Oh, a nifty stab there by Jackson Bland on the one hopper. He was able to haul that one in for the 4-3 putout to retire the side. But in the inning, one run. And the Hawks will go to the top of the seventh inning, leading North Central 5-2. Top of the seventh inning, Illinois Tech holding a 5-2 lead over North Central. 4 runs in the first, and then a run there in the bottom of the sixth. For the Cardinals, 2 runs in the top of the fourth, 2-run homer by Ryan Husky, and that's your scoring 5-2. 2-3-0 for North Central, 5-7-0 for Illinois Tech. First pitch ball from Andrew Stanislawski in his 5th inning in relief of Alex Lazes, as he faces Peyton Diaz, Jackson Bland, and then Peyton Berg. That pitch in there for a strike evens the count at 1. Saw head coach Ed Matthew talking with the home plate umpire, so I imagine there'll be some changes possibly defensively in that bottom of the 7th inning, but we'll wait and see. As that one's fouled back by Diaz. 1-2 the count.
One
1-2 offering from Stanislawski to Diaz. On the way. It swung on and missed as Diaz out on the off-speed pitch that catches the outer part of the plate. Solid outing here from Andrew Stanislawski in his 5th inning of relief, which I believe that is a season high for him. Jackson Bland, the second baseman for the Cardinals, steps in here. He made the last out of the inning in the 2nd and the 4th. trying to avoid that here in the 7th. First pitch strike. That pitch high, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That one just low, 2-1 on Bland. That one just stayed inside. 3-1. Not missing by much, but just not catching enough. And those last two offerings from Stanislavski. I do see another batter grabbing a bat. I think that'll be a pinch hitter for Gavin Kleist. That's number 7, as that's a walk. For Bland. So a 1-out walk for Bland.
For the Cardinals is number 2, Peyton Berg.
It'll be Peyton Berg, designated hitter. And that is Jacob Hornschmeyer. And that one popped out to shortstop by Berg. So 2 outs. And we'll get a pinch hitter.
Pinch hitting for the Cardinals is number 7, Jacob Hornschmeyer.
So Jacob Hornschmeyer. Okay, apologize, folks. We had some technical difficulties, lost the stream. We are back. Top of the 8th inning. It's 5-4. North Central pulled closer. And John Moran is the pitcher for the Scarlet Hawks here. There's a bouncer to Miyasato that gets underneath the glove. So Parker Wyatt on with a leadoff single here in the first inning.
Next up at bat for the Cardinals is number 22, Ryan Husky.
So that'll bring up the left fielder Ryan Husky, who has a 2-run home run on the day. So Husky gets a strike. And we had to reset the production software, so it took a little while to get us back, but we are back. And now Husky behind in the count 0-2. That one stays outside. 1-2. In the dirt and off to second base, in there easily on the wild pitch is Parker Wyatt. So he advances on the wild pitch. He's on at second base. The count goes to 2-2 on Ryan Husky. 5-4 lead for Illinois Tech. 4-4-0 for North Central. 5-8-0 for Illinois Tech. Swung on and missed. And Husky goes down swinging for the first out here in the top of the 8th.
Now batting for the Cardinals is number 31, Peyton Diaz.
So Peyton Diaz, the first baseman. Hawks had a chance to score in that bottom half of the 7th inning, but were unable to push a run through. Moran's pitch is down low for a ball to Peyton Diaz. Pitch stays outside, 2-0. Parker Wyatt sitting on at second base, the leadoff hit. Ball got underneath the glove of Miyasato. Another ball stays outside on the pitch from Moran. And the count goes to 3-0. Waiting on deck is second baseman Jackson Bland. That one catches the edge of the strike zone, moves the count to 3-1. Moran trying to battle back here and keep the Hawks up with the 1-run lead here in the top of the 8th inning. Looking over at Wyatt on second base. The pitch, line drive into right field, base hit. They're going to hold Wyatt at third base. Oh, the ball took a bad hop over Wilkes, but Matthew Riley was there as the ball bounced back, so he was there at home plate anyways. And staying on at first base is Diaz.
Next up at bat for the Cardinals is number 16.
So runners on the corners with one out. And it's the second baseman, left-handed hitting Jackson Bland. Again, one of the home run leaders for the Cardinals with 8. Johnny Moran with a little traffic here. Runners on the corners. Pitch outside for a ball. 1-0. Swung on and missed. Nice pitch by Moran to get the count even at 1. Moran looks over at first, and the pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-1. Left-hander John Moran, a good buddy of mine, Aaron Schellen, who has done broadcasts for Illinois Tech baseball before. And a good comp for Moran. He looks like David Wells with the mustache and all as that pitch goes for a ball. I hadn't thought about that until he said that Monday night during the Illinois Tech U Chicago game at Wright Field, and that's a great comp. 3-1 count to Bland. Line drive into center field. That's going to tail away. That's in there. 1 run is in. Moving into third base is Diaz. So Bland has a 1-out single RBI, and runners remain on the corner, and we're all tied at 5. Peyton Berg now up to bat, designated hitter. With 1 out, runners on the corner for Moran. He looks down at third base coach, gets his sign, steps in the box. 5-6-0 for the Cardinals, 5-8-0 for Illinois Tech. Pitches up high for a ball to Berg. Yeah, we had some of those technical difficulties, but Jacob Hornschmeyer came in for Gavin Kleist during his last at bat. That ball in the dirt, that's going to be a wild pitch. That'll score the runner. Pitch outside for a ball, and that is a 3-0 count now on Berg. 6-5 lead now for North Central. Moran has his sign. Runner on second, 1 out. Pitch in there for a strike. 3-1. That one out to right center. Camping underneath it is Tanner Jenkins. Advancing to third base will be Bland. So that'll be a fly out to right center for Berg. And then moving Bland into third base for 2 outs.
Next up at bat for the Cardinals is number 7, Jacob Hornschmeyer.
So here's Hornschmeyer, who came in to pinch hit for Gavin Kleist and took over the catching duties. He's got a runner on at third, trying to bring him home to give a 2-run lead for North Central here in the late stages of this non-conference matchup here at Ed Glancy Field. Cardinals looking to go 9-0 against Illinois Tech Lifetime. The Hawks trying to scratch across their first win, but they trail for the first time. The Cardinals scoring 2 runs in the top of the 7th and 2 runs in the top of the 8th to take a 6-5 lead. Line drive over the second baseman's head. That's in there. Hornschmeyer with the hit. Bland scores. So an RBI 2-out single. And the Cardinals now have a 7-5 lead.
Next up at bat for the Cardinals is number 23, Caleb Smith.
And that will put an end to the outing for John Moran. as he is unable to extinguish the Cardinals here in the top of the 8th. 3 runs across. And we'll have a pitching change. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. This is Scarlet Hawk Baseball on the Scarlet Hawk Broadcast Network. New pitcher for the Scarlet Hawks is Jackson Nutter. For Nutter,
Now at bat for the Cardinals is number 23, Caleb Smith.
this is his 3rd appearance of the season. 1 1/3 innings pitch. He allowed 2 hits, no runs, no earned, 3 walks, no strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .333 against Jackson Nutter. Nutter, utility player for the Hawks. First pitch ball to Caleb Smith, the 3rd baseman for the Cardinals. On at first base, is Kolschmeyer, or check that, Hornschmeyer. In the dirt, Hornschmeyer will go. He's in there on the wild pitch. So Hornschmeyer moves up to second base with 2 outs and a 3-0 count on Caleb Smith as Nutter's behind the count to his first batter. Pitch on the way. That tails outside, ball 4. Nutter is going to have to absorb this here. Hawks coming out of a doubleheader against Concordia, Wisconsin yesterday. So with the Hawks playing a doubleheader this Tuesday, that's a shorter turnaround than the Wednesday doubleheader. So have to conserve some of that bullpen. That pitch in there for a strike. Plus, it's a non-conference game. So should the Hawks wind up losing, they don't lose any ground in the conference, but they'd sure like to turn around their record against the Cardinals here, especially on a senior day, but that pitch is outside for ball 2-1. 7-7-0 for North Central, 5-8-0 for Illinois Tech. 3 across here in the top of the 8th for North Central. Jam shot, that's going to go foul down the right field line, evens the count at 2. Senior Day festivities will take place post-game for the Scarlet Hawks, and we will carry that on the live stream. We'll extend the live stream and let you listen in to Coach Ed Ziefert and his presentation to his 13 players being honored as Matthew Bovey goes back and he hauls that one in left field for the final out of the top of the 8th inning, but a big inning for the Cardinals. They come across with 3 runs to take the lead. It's now North Central 7, Illinois Tech 5. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th here on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Bottom of the 8th inning we go. Be Matthew Riley to lead it off for the Scarlet Hawks, the 6th hitter. And Matthew Bovey and Tanner Jenkins scheduled to hit. 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Hawks as they face Parker Eichhorst. First pitch ball. Eichhorst came in the last inning. And a strike. 1-1 the count to Riley. 7-5 lead for North Central. 2 in the top of the 7th, 3 in the top of the 8th to take the lead. So 5 runs here over the last couple half innings has the Cardinals on top. 7-5. Hawks scored 4 in the first and then 1 in the bottom of the 6th for their 5 runs. Cardinals 2 in the 4th, 2 in the 7th, 3 in the 8th. Pitch is way outside, and that count evens up at 2 apiece. So for those of you tuning in on the stream to see the Senior Day presentation, we're going to turn the audio off until the presentation starts. Part of that is we don't want to get a YouTube music copyright violation. We'll play music before the game starts. That one popped out over to first base, and that one is hauled in by Peyton Diaz for the first out of the inning. But then once Coach Ed Ziefert comes and takes the microphone for the Senior Day presentation, we'll power up the audio so you can overhear his presentation to his seniors. One out, Matthew Bovey up to bat. Hawks left fielder today. Ooh, that one in tight for a ball. He had one sail over his head earlier from Rossi, and he ducks underneath that one from Eichhorst. That one clips him, I thought. No, that was the catcher's glove. He just got out of the way of that one, 2-0. Eichhorst trying to secure that inside part of the plate. Pitch goes outside, 3-0 on Bovee. Hawks looking for a base runner here. Eichhorst has the sign and the pitch. That one just catches the outside part of the plate. 3-1 the count. So your battery, Eichhorst and Hornschmeyer. Not sure where that one was. It looked okay, maybe a tad up, but it's a lead or a one-out walk.
Pinch hitting for the Scarlet Hawks is number 15, Logan Inman.
And that'll bring up Logan Inman, who's going to bat for Tanner Jenkins here, pinch hitter. And now we have a mound visit, as we might have a pitching change here as well for the Cardinals. So we'll see what's taking place. But Logan Inman's going to pinch hit for Tanner Jenkins. And it looks like Eichhorst's day is done, and we'll have a relief pitcher coming in for the Cardinals. And we'll keep it here. I'll let you know who it is as soon as he secures the mound. One out as Eichhorst heads off. His runner at first is his responsibility. I feel like the relief pitchers should face the press box first before they turn and take their warm so we can see their number. We're going to wait and see what we have here. Might be 19. Should be Chris Rogers, but we'll wait and see.
Now pitching for the Cardinals is number 19, Chris Rogers.
So it is Chris Rogers. Kind of hard to see the numbers on the front. And we don't turn around and see his back, but it is 19, Chris Rogers. So Rogers coming in to pitch, and he'll face pinch hitter Logan Inman, who was the star in yesterday's doubleheader for the Scarlet Hawks, drove in 7 runs. As the Hawks got a doubleheader sweep of the Concordia, Wisconsin Falcons yesterday in Mequon. For the Hawks, that doubleheader sweep yesterday was their 6th doubleheader sweep in NAC play, which has got them in a good position here in the NAC standings. Chris Rogers in relief. So for Rogers, this is his 12th appearance. He's 2-1 with a 7.80 ERA. He started 7 games.
Now batting for the Scarlet Hawks.
30 innings pitched, 31 hits allowed, 34 runs, 26 earned, 27 walks, 30 strikeouts, 6 doubles and 1 home run. Opponents are hitting .256 against the left-handed pitching Chris Rogers. Against the right-handed hitting Logan Inman. 1 on, 1 out. Hawks trail by 2, 7-5 here in the bottom of the 8th. First pitch to Inman, swung on, fouled back, 0-1. Inman hitting .360, 16 runs scored, 31 hits, 3 doubles, 1 triple, .419 slugging, .450 on base percentage. 7 walks, 23 strikeouts, been hit by pitch 7 times on the season. 1-1 the count. That one down low, 2-1. Jonah Wilkes on deck for the Hawks. Should the inning extend here? One out. Bovee on at first. That one fouled back over towards 31st Street. And no car was harmed in the filming of that foul ball. But does even the count at 2. Oh, we got a runner picked off. Throw down to second. He is out. So it'll be 1, 3, 4 on the putout. One, 3, 6. 1, 3, 6. Sorry. Yeah. So 1, 3, 6 CS. So Bovee picked off from the left-handed Rogers. And 2-2 count. Bouncer foul. I was thinking maybe next season we should set up a 31st Street cam for the foul balls, and then we can flip over to that when that happens. The excitement of 31st Street foul ball roulette. Bouncer. That's kind of unfortunate for the Hawks because Bovee would have been off at second on the wild pitch, but as it is, he was picked off. 1, 3, 6. And it's a full count for Logan Inman with 2 outs, nobody on. That one catches inside. So Rogers come in and does his job, picks off a runner and strikes out Inman. We'll go to the top of the 9th. North Central leads 7-5. Top of the 9th inning we go. North Central leading 7-5, 7-8-0 for the Cardinals, 5-8-0 for the Scarlet Hawks. Couple changes for the Hawks. Now taking over center field duty for Tanner Jenkins is Joshua Manami, one of the seniors for the Hawks. And now on the mound for Illinois Tech, another one of the seniors, as Joseph Bellflower steps in. He's got a 1-0 count. As he is facing Luke Wallace, came in to pinch hit in that 7th inning, took over center field duties for the Cardinals, now has a 2-0 count. That one hit Wallace on the arm, so he'll take first base. So leadoff batter is on in Wallace for the Cardinals.
Next up at bat for the Cardinals is number 8, Parker Wyatt.
And it's Parker Wyatt, the right fielder. Wind blowing in from center to left. So curling down that left field corner. One home run today. That was from Ryan Husky back in the top of the 4th inning for North Central, as he put that one over the right field fence, the higher fence over there for the home run. Bellflower drops a strike in on Wyatt. Runner at first in Wallace. Swung on and missed, and an 0-2 count on Wyatt as Bellflower's ahead of the count. Right-handed pitching Bellflower. Luke Wallace taking a little bit longer lead over there at first base. He stays. That one's popped up. Jonah Wilkes trying to get under it. It's tailing away. That wind's pushing it, but Wilkes makes a nice play for the out. So a foul out there for Wyatt. First out of the inning.
Pinch hitting for the Cardinals is number 32, Frankie Valley.
So hitting for the left fielder Husky is number 32, Frankie Valley. Takes a first pitch strike. So Valley the pinch hitter. And another one dropped in there by Bellflower. Count 0-2 to Valley. Peyton Diaz on deck for the Cardinals. Runner on first, one out. That one dropped in. So the pinch hit attempt there for Valley goes as a strikeout.
Now batting for the Cardinals is number 31, Peyton Diaz.
So after the leadoff hitter getting on by the hit by pitch, Luke Wallace, Bellflower was able to induce a pop out from Wyatt and then a strikeout from Valley. And now Peyton Diaz, the first baseman, takes a first pitch strike. Pitch in for a ball. Scheduled to hit in that bottom of the 9th inning for the Hawks, Jonah Wilkes, the 9-hitter, and then back to the top of the order, and Jack Fryer and Philip Bentz. 1-1 is the count on Diaz. Runner on first in Wallace. Line drive into center to short. That was kind of obstructed there by the umpire. There's a line out to Jack Fryer at short. So Bellflower, after the first pitch hit by batter, is able to extinguish the Cardinals here in the top of the 9th. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Hawks need a pair to tie, 3 to win. 7-5, you're watching Illinois Tech Baseball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Bottom of the ninth inning we go here at Ed Glancy Field. The Hawks need 2 to tie, 3 to win as they trail the Cardinals now 7-5. Jonah Wilkes to lead it off. It'll be Wilkes, Fryer, and Bentz, the 9-1 and 2 hitters for the Scarlet Hawks, to face Chris Rogers, a left-hander who came in relief in the last inning and did a fine job as he gets a jam there on Wilkes, gets ahead of the count 0-1. That one stays down, evens the count at 1. Down low, 2-1. So for senior day, the Hawks got most of their seniors in on the action here, or grad students as well. Some by regular starters and some pinch hit opportunities, pinch run, taking over defensive duties. Then on the mound as well, as Coach Ed Ziefert ran out several of the seniors / grad students to the mound who are available to pitch. 3-1 the count. And that one stays outside, a leadoff walk for Jonah Wilkes.
Now batting for the Scarlet Hawks is number 13, Jack Fryer.
So a runner on first, nobody out, and a leadoff man, shortstop Jack Fryer at the bat. And we're going to get a pinch runner and another one of the seniors making their way in.
Pinch running at first base is number 4, Freddie Swingle.
So Freddie Swingle on at first base as the pinch runner for Jonah Wilkes. Cross Swingle off the list of seniors and grad students who get in the game today. A bouncer to third base. That goes off the glove. Hit of Smith. And going to third base is Swingle as Fryer makes it all the way into second base. It'll be a double. So runners on second and third, nobody out. As that chopper by Fryer kind of faked the bunt. That brought Smith in, and then he swung and bounced it down that third base line. That was Smith kind of had to retreat toward it, and he wasn't able to glove it. And because it went down that third base line, Swingle made it all the way to third and Fryer into second. So 2 on, nobody out here. And Philip Bentz takes the first pitch ball. Hawks next pitch by Rogers. That's fouled over to 31st Street. And it crosses 31st Street. Avoids some traffic. And count evens up at 1. 2 on, nobody out. Rogers trying to pitch out of a jam here. Swung on and missed. And as Bentz swings through that offering, he's now behind the count 0-2. Rogers ahead of the count here. Him and Hornschmeyer working out the pitch they want. Call is in. Here's the pitch. Line drive into left center field for the base hit. 1 run is in. Second runner's coming around to score, and we are tied on the two RBI single by Philip Bentz on the 0-2 count.
Next up at bat for the Scarlet Hawks is number 14, Quentin Ripple.
So Philip Bentz gets behind the count in Rogers, and he lines it over shortstop into left center. Both runners come home. And we are tied at 7 with a runner on first base. Quentin Ripple now up to bat. That one fouled back over to 31st Street. That one's going to go over. Hawks now have 10 hits on the day. 7 runs, 10 hits, no errors. 7 and 8 for the Cardinals, no errors. 2 runs across in the bottom of the 9th. We're tied, nobody out. Philip Bentz on at first base. Oh, 1 pitch. Throw over to first. Bentz back in there. Bentz has to watch as that's a left-handed pitcher, so deception, the name of the game for lefties and their look-backs to first. Good game here today on the south side of Chicago. Now Bentz off to the races. He goes down to throw his high. That's going to be a stolen base for Bentz. One and one the count. Runner in scoring position. Philip Bentz on at second base with the stolen base. Quentin Ripple with the 1-1 count. Draws the bat as if he was bunting. He brought in Diaz at first base and he pulled it back. Pitch was a ball, 2-1. Hawks trying to have a perfect 3-0 weekend here if they can defeat the Cardinals. He pulls that one back, but it's in there for a strike. So now the count even up at 2. 2-2 the count. Runner on second in Philip Bentz. Nobody out here for Rogers. You're in the bottom of the 9th inning. We're all tied at 7. 2 runs already in. Holding on is Yamada. Swung on and missed as Ripple goes down swinging. Ball was in the dirt. He makes his way to first, but he's thrown out. So strikeout for Ripple.
Back for the Scarlet Hawks is number 5, Tyler Gutzfeld.
And it'll be Tyler Gutzfeld, the Hawks senior center fielder / designated hitter for a majority this year. Leading home run hitter, but he just needs a base knock here to potentially bring in Philip Bentz from second. 1 out. Lefty on lefty matchup, Rogers-Gutzfeld. Rogers looking over at Bentz. Now the pitch to Gutzfeld. That one stays just inside for ball 1. Well, if that one got a little more of the plate, Gutzfeld might have been offering on that one. 1-0 pitch from Rogers. Looks to second. Here's the pitch. And line drive up the middle. It gets through. They're going to send Bentz. He's coming home. The ball got by the center fielder. And it's a walk-off single for Tyler Gutzfeld on senior day. The Hawks win 8-7. And they get their first win in program history over the Cardinals. Their first win in 9 tries. And the Hawks come from behind with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th inning to take the game by the score of 8-7. What a game here at Ed Glancy Field for senior day.
All right, what time is it? 2:45. 2:40.
So your final score, Illinois Tech 8, North Central 7. Tyler Gutzfeld, the senior day hero, along with Philip Bentz with the 2 RBI single. And the Hawks come from behind late to defeat North Central 8-7 here at Ed Glancy Field on senior day. As mentioned, we're going to take an audio break. We'll leave the stream live. You won't hear anything until we get ready for the Senior Day celebration. So we'll leave the stream up with no audio until we're ready to go with the Senior Day celebration. Again, your final score from Ed Glancy Field, Illinois Tech 8, North Central College 7. This is Illinois Tech baseball on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network. Stay tuned as the Illinois Tech baseball Senior Day celebration coming up shortly on the Scarlet Hawks Broadcast Network.
Senior Day 2026. A day for some that have been waiting about a decade, right, Gory? Like, you've been here a really long time. Yes, I am, because you're the one that talks about being old all the time. So, there it is. Listen, it's a large group. Guts has set the over-under at about an hour, so I'm going to try to come in strong under. I don't know if I have it in me, but we will do our best. But before we start, we haven't done this as a team yet, but we just beat North Central, everybody. That's kind of a big deal. That's a big deal. Let's go. If we want to hit like we do in the 9th inning, like in the 4th also, like it's fine. The 5th is also an option, everybody. That'd be okay with us, all right? So here's what we'll do. We're going to call you guys. We'll call you guys up one at a time. Bring your families. All right, we got some gifts here for you. Another reason I have to go fast is Kendall's probably going to fall over carrying all that stuff right now. So, but we'll get going here. But first, Alex Lazas, can you bring your family out here, please? That'd be awesome. And make sure you bring your brother out here. Let's go. He's running around. I love that. Get him up front. There we go. Alex is a 5th year for us, right? He came in obviously 5 years ago. He played for a summer team called Athletic Barn, and Barney led that program, and we had gotten a couple kids from Barney the year or two before. And come on, everybody. No one gets to hide. Let's go. And Alex was friends with another kid of ours called Mike Lindenmuth, and he said, I got a friend who'd be a good fit. Let's try to get him here. So I called Barney and I tried to make sure we could get him, and he said, well, that kid's pretty good. I don't know, but if you can get him, he's going to be a good one for you. And Alex and his family have been top notch from day one. Loved going through the recruiting process with you, Alex, and I know that the career didn't always go the way you wanted it to. But one of the things, man, I'm going to take away from you is two memories. One, battling back, man. Right, there's a couple times you could have walked away from all this. And had you, your brother wouldn't have seen you pitch today 2 perfect scoreless innings against a really good freaking opponent. And I'm going to take that with me forever, man. Those 2 innings were awesome. The best part was you were only supposed to get 1. And you came in and you're like, I'm going out again. And I'm going like this. All right. And I'm waiting to see what Coach Cantlin's going to say because, you know, he does the pitch counting thing. And I'm like, no, send him out there. He's like, okay, you only get 12 pitches. And you're like, bet. And we got it done. It was awesome, man. Great job. Alex Lazas, everybody. Jonah Wilkes. Jonah's another 5th year for us and has done just an amazing job in our program for 5 years. I met Jonah, I think, like 4 times at a Head First. I think every time I went to a Head First, Jonah was there. I don't think it mattered which coast it was on. I think he was on the East Coast. I think he was on the West Coast. We shared dugouts for a long time together. And Jonah just always wanted to be a baseball player, and he just wanted to work, and he just wanted to do it, and he wanted to play every position. I think I saw Jonah at Head First play almost every position, except maybe center field, but I'm pretty sure we probably put you in a corner at some point during those days. And he played for Bradley, Baseball Academy back in DC, and Andy would always tell me, like, this kid's going to work. Like, I don't know how good he is, I don't know what he's going to do for you, but he's going to work, he's going to be a great teammate. And you turn yourself into a great ball player, a phenomenal teammate, and someone that I will always treasure having coached. So thank you guys so much for sending Jonah here, and Jonah, thank you for the 5 years that you gave us, man. Like, even when you were hurt, man, we got better. You made us better all the time, man. It was just awesome. So Jonah Wilkes, everybody. Woo! John, if your body can carry you up here, that'd be great. You can bring the rest of them with you. Mika, if there's crutches or a wheelchair available, he may need that as well.
Don't hurt yourself, John.
John Gorey, I think one of my first Philadelphia kids ever. You know, a lot of these guys had to be recruited via video and telephone and video chats because we couldn't leave Chicago. It was kind of the second year of COVID. So we recruited John off a couple emails and got to know each other, and at one point we got on a big Zoom, and Mrs. Gorey asked me about 9 million questions, and she's still doing it to this day, which is why we all love her. But I knew at that point that we had a special kid from a special family that knew how to work, that had values that we're going to translate directly into our program, right? And John at times has had great years, and he struggled through some injury as well. But those values never stop, man. It was a ton of fun coaching you, and I know that we're not done, so you have to take care of that body for another couple weeks. All right, I don't care if it's your hip flexor, I don't care if it's your knee, I don't care if it's your elbow, I don't care if you're gonna be a goo 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 gaga, whatever you got, I don't know. You can make stuff up all the time, but we need a couple more starts out of you and a couple more wins. Can we handle that? John Gorey, everybody. Matthew Bovey, number 33, New Jersey. Again, Matt comes to us from New Jersey, and you know was a really phenomenal athlete coming out of high school. Still is a really phenomenal athlete. I don't know if you guys watched him run that ball down in the corner today. That was a lot of fun for all of us. But Matt always took on a challenge here for us, whether coming in and figuring out how to play as a freshman and learning a couple different positions. I think he started at 3 of the 4 infield positions at some point during his career, and found a way to start in the outfield. So he's got quite the resume for us. Matt's always busted his butt, been able to kind of fight in the system for the most part, and has just never quit. So I really appreciate everything you've done for us, Matt. Nice job. Freddie Swingle. Freddie comes to us out of California, down there in San Diego. He's one of 2 guys that we'll say today came to me through one of my best friends. Mark Veramontes and Freddie worked together somehow, some way on the travel lesson circuit out there, and he and Mark is someone that I've known and loved for a long time, and he said, hey, I got a guy, I don't know how good he's going to be, but he's going to work, right? And Freddie dealt with a little bit of an injury too, but that injury really came because he was working hard to get bigger and stronger and trying to get himself in a position to get on the field. But Freddie, from the day he got here to today, right, has improved maybe more than any person we've ever had in our program, and I'm so proud of where he has come, right? And even though, like, it's obvious, right, Fred doesn't necessarily have the most innings logged on our team, right, but he got a chance to come in here for Jonah, who is a speedster, so we had to get him off the base pass. And a lot of guys that aren't used to running the bases or haven't had a ton of innings don't know how to go first to third like that in that situation, and he didn't hesitate. He came around there, and that's a big reason we won the ball game today, is because Freddie was ready to go. So great job, Fred. Dwyer. Brendan Dwyer, everybody, number 17. Dwyer's one of our local guys. Dwyer, did you play for ESP? No, you just hung out with Walsh. Is that his name? No. So Brendan came to us, Montini Catholic kid. I had a few opportunities there early as a freshman, a little bit as a sophomore. I thought going into last year, hey, this kid's really figured it out. I was really excited to watch you pitch. And then, he got hurt, and we're still working through that, But Dwyer has found a way to make us better, not only on the field and, through our SID stuff and just being a great teammate and great friend, right, to the guys here. But he did all that while busting his butt to try to get on the field one last time, and it's not there, man, but I was trying, I really was, and I'll never forget how you really tried to work through this and how you really got after it every day, including this morning, man. You're in the gym this morning, you're throwing this morning, you're doing all the things, man. It's impressive to watch you be a human being, man, and I'm really grateful that you came here, and we are going to miss you big time, man. We really are. All right, Brendan Dwyer. Jack Nikrex, you're up. This is the second one. Played for one of my best friends here, local guy. And well, maybe on the mound, Jack's kind of been up and down over the years, had some great moments, had some tough ones, right? Hopefully we have the ability to use you later in this next 2 weeks coming up, Jack. Hopefully that bruise heals and we get you back on the bump. All right. But he had to work really hard to get himself back and ready to go. Found a way onto the field down at Illinois Wesleyan a couple weeks ago and did a real nice job. Again, another story of perseverance and having to work your butt off and all the while having a giant smile on your face, loving baseball, loving being here, getting involved with our SAC, making sure that Yusha makes me spoil you all the time. I don't relay those messages to you, but all the time. I'm supposed to give you whatever you want. That's not going to happen, but that's what happens in our conversations. But man, it's been so much fun, and I know your dad is watching. I know he can't be here, you know what I mean? But I know he's proud of you, man, and I think that's awesome. So thank you for everything that you did, dude. I appreciate you. Josh Minami, another California guy. Josh is another guy who was over 4 years, have kind of been injured, not injured, but he's always found a way to make himself valuable, right? As a freshman, he kind of got caught behind a couple guys that had some really great seasons, but he was the guy that we would bring in to steal a base or to get a bunt down or do some of those other things. And Josh was always ready and willing to be there. Sophomore year got hurt, junior year started the year as our starter and then got hurt down in Florida, and has kind of always been ready this year to do what he needed to do when he needed to do it. I appreciate Josh always being there. I know he's a big help to his teammates. He's always there to hit, do some other things. But man, he's been great with recruits. He's been great for me as a teammate and as a family member as well. So Josh, thank you for everything that you have done and your family, man. Awesome. Josh Minami. Jackson Nutter. Jackson comes to us from Colorado. In about a month, Jackson will be in flight school, learning to save our country. Nothing is more terrifying for me as his coach, but the military is way smarter than I am, and we are apparently in safe hands. Jackson has a lot of stories that we could tell right now, where things that I will never forget, but probably not for the moment. Jackson came in as a catcher, first baseman, hitter, and is going to end his career, as you see in this picture there, as a pitcher. Jackson was always ready to find a way onto the field, and I appreciate that. Jackson will forever go down as the only player I've ever had hit by a car, I think multiple times. That one I don't mind telling. That's a mostly real story. Thank you for the memories, Jack. I appreciate that. And thank you to your family for everything that you guys done. Jackson Nutter. Joe Bellflower, you want to bring your family out here? I just want you guys to know, like, I'm borderline considering putting shorts on, and you guys are making me cold. Bell was another guy that I think we found at a head first more than once. I think the second time we went down to Florida, and Brady was there. And Brady called me like 17 times, call the kid, call the kid, call the kid. I did. And it was one of the best phone calls we've ever made in our life. You know, Bell was great for us off the mound, got hurt this year. Just, gosh, trying to figure out your body the last couple of years has been tough for you, but it didn't stop you from leading. It didn't stop you from making sure that we had what we needed. It didn't stop you from making sure that what we did behind the scenes was amazing. You know what I mean? And I will forever be grateful for you, for your leadership, and all of those things. To you and your family, thank you for everything that you've done for us. You guys will definitely be missed. Austin, sure. Austin was a really cool story. I think it was right around this time 4 years ago, wasn't it, Austin? When I got the email from your high school coach or whatever it was, like, hey, I got a left-handed pitcher looking for a spot. Do you want to text this left-handed pitcher? And I said, yes, I do. And then they said, he plays quarterback on the football team. I said, I want him even more. And you know, ever since then, it's worked out here, at least for us, man. Austin is a tireless worker. He's a guy that likes to compete. And at times while he struggled, he has not done that lately, which has been fun. All right. We had an early session this morning for Austin on PFPs and throwing the ball to first base from 4 feet away. That's not a joke, actually. We actually did that because of Austin yesterday. But Austin knew it. He wore it. And he's been lights out for us. And you know what, Austin? We've got like 6 or 8 more games to play in this conference season because I plan on playing into the tournament a little bit. And I can't wait to hand you the ball, dude. Like, let's go. Awesome. Austin Schnurr, everybody. All right, Cam, why don't you bring your family down here? All the way from California. They're making me look cold a little bit, too. All right, so these last two, I'm going to have to read some stuff, all right? Because it's kind of sort of important that I do that because I don't want to get anything wrong here. But Cam's recruiting story is really different. Sometimes you get lucky. So Cam was at a head first in Sacramento, and he was in my dugout. And I had absolutely no idea. Like, he did not play well that week. He probably sat there and didn't talk a whole lot, which is not Cam's problem these days. All right. Like that showcase we were actually on, again, his recruiting process. He found Illinois Tech on his own. He got the and we had an opportunity, and you know, they found us at Cameras Weekend, and then he came to school, and the rest is kind of history. All right. Here's a quick synopsis of Cam's career. All right. As of today, he has 223.1 innings pitched, which is third in the modern record for innings pitched here. He is 9 away from second. All right. He has to date 211 strikeouts. He is second all time. He has the single season wins record with 7 in 2024, and if my eyes are correct, he has the single season record in 2024 in which he was also an all-region player for strikeouts in a season. All right, I'm gonna have to double check that one because Austin Richardson is already blowing my phone up. But but he is also tied for second all-time in our modern era with wins. He's got 14 wins now. Listen to me, you are not done getting wins. We got some work to do. We're going to start with Dominican on Tuesday, all right? And then we're going to do some stuff in the tournament. You ready to go? All right, Cam Bracewell and his family, everybody. You guys are awesome. Well, you guys know you're coming down. Tyler Gusfeld, number 5. Another cool recruiting story. I got a call or text, an email from a gentleman he was working with, like, hey, check this guy out, boom, boom, boom. And we had some early conversations, and I'm fairly certain, Guts, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm fairly certain you visited with me not here. Yeah, I wasn't here, which is probably the best way to go about it, quite honestly. You probably wouldn't have come had I been here. But over time, we got to know each other, and over time, he made a decision to come here, got into school, everything was awesome. And, you know, Guts was maybe the most competitive person I've ever met on a baseball field when we first got him here. So, again, we knew each other, we recruited, but, you know, I had never really seen him play, and he came in here and he couldn't throw, right, which is full circle a little bit here, but he came in and he couldn't throw, so all he could do was hit, right? And I'm pretty sure it was your first at bat. You got called out on a pitch away. I don't know if it was by Pacer or by Cantlin or by somebody, but I know you still haven't forgiven that human being. I know that it still drives you nuts, but you didn't stop talking about that call for like 2 months. It was forever. We got all the way through the fall with you still being pissed off about that call. And I go, someone said to me, is he going to calm down? I go, I don't know if I ever want him to. I don't know that I'm good with this. Like, this is going to be all right, you know? And we went through that first fall kind of hurt. We started you in game 2. Then you kind of hurt yourself in game 3, which is why you didn't play in game 4. And then I don't think you've been out of the lineup much ever since. We figured out that he needed to go off to the races, and we let him go. And it has been a lot of fun watching you play baseball. How fun, do you ask? Let's go down the list here a little bit for your friends. You ready? 42 runs scored in 2023 is the 4th most in single season history. 49 in 2024 is the 2nd most in single season history. You are currently 6th all-time on the batting average, which I'm pretty sure just went up. Coming into today, you had 208 hits, which ranks you 2nd all-time. Okay? And you are really close to 1, buddy. All right? 33 doubles in a career going in today is 7th all-time. Let's see. 647 slug coming into today, 2nd all-time. 56 walks for a career, 7th all-time. You don't like walking, it's not what you do, but you're 7th, it's top 10. All right, 47 stolen bases coming in today, 2nd all-time. You're not going to catch Sam, but you might have a chance at a couple of these other things. All right, things that you lead our record book in: 11 triples, 41 home runs, and it's not even close to the second guy. Like, you have been a lot of fun to watch play baseball. I don't know about coach. I don't know if we had a whole lot to do with it. You came in with a lot of that. But, man, has it been fun to watch you play baseball. You know, on top of it, we've asked you to take on a different role this year. And you've had to lead. You've had to have hard conversations. You had to make hard decisions. And you've done that really, really well. I know the next step in your life is to go off to Virginia and do that other stuff, and you're going to be successful because it's like it is for everybody in this room, but it's been fun watching you play and have the opportunity to be around you for 4 years, so thank you guys. Before we give it up one last time for our seniors, I probably should have started with this, but I want to thank our administration. I want to thank Yusha Gilmore. I want to thank my partners in administrative crime, Mika Sanchez, who is the best trainer in the country. I'm convinced of that. I want to thank Carissa Sane, not only for our athletic development, but everything that she does for us as a team, as a department. For me, Nathan Diambra, who's not here today, but man, does he do so much work to make this thing go around behind the scenes. And of course, Yusha Gilmore, our director of athletics, who is just a champion and a warrior for everything that we do here. So if we can give it up for those 4 people, that'd be awesome. For my assistant coaches, Ryan and Brady, Fitz isn't here. And we'll say X, because X has had to do a lot of stuff that no player should ever have to do. But these guys are tireless workers. They don't accept excuses. They don't accept failure. They keep me in line. They keep us in line. They do such a great job. So thank you guys for all that you do. I know I'm not easy to work for, or with, or around, or really in any vicinity. So thank you guys for putting up with me all the time. Lastly, I'd like to thank Rebecca Roberts. I'd like to thank Colleen, soon to be Cantlin, and my wife, Rachel, for allowing us to do this. This is not an easy job to do, and they have to have extreme patience and extreme love for those people in their life to let them do this, because it's really hard, you know. To Isaac, Molly, and Lily, my kids. You know, Lily was really mad at me this morning because I got home really late. I left really early to make sure that we had clean underpants to wear today, and she was not happy. But she loved the fact that we just walked off North Central College. So I got that video a couple seconds ago, so that was pretty awesome. All right. But to our families and to our administrators, thank you so much. But again, to your seniors, to your families, to what you've given, to the degree that you've earned, to the life that you're going to live. Thank you so much for sharing that little part of it with us. And today's about you. So thank you guys for everything that you guys have done. To our seniors. Can we get everybody in front for pictures? And then Mr. Fryer says we can eat. So he's the guy that tells us when we can eat. So he said, so yes, so we can go. All right? Mac, you're in charge of the picture.
You'll be back.
All right, Mac, who's in charge of the picture, would like you guys to get as close to each other as possible. How about we take 4 steps back, everybody? 4 steps back. You want to do something later?
Tighten it up.
Yeah, whatever you want to do. Okay.
We're drawing an angle with this scoreboard background. Put the skyline in the background. There we go. There you go. Don't be the leader.
I grabbed it so I could try to get it.
No, I thought I made him a poster.
But it's like
It's right there.
9 months old.
Wait, can you hold it up? So I can... Oh. I did this morning.
Figured out what to do through Yahoo. Oh, that's going to be interesting.
Really hoping for some good dramas.
So you're going to be driving?
Not at first, but probably will be at some point if I'm working with another game. But if I'm working with a better
You're going to become desensitized.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law's in NCC, and
Oh, yeah?
dude, some of the stories he has.
That gives me hope. I don't want to just... Well, you know what I mean. Like,
I don't know if that's
what
the
slide I did.
Do you know what section?
No, actually, I don't. I'm working with FedEx, and their garage is located in the district. So if you're working out of that garage, I don't know exactly like who there. Oh, we got 20
Are you moving out of the apartment now?
Yeah.
Do you know where you're going?
Yeah, really? Another apartment around here, but in my group presentation with 8 other people in my other class, there was a part that was like clear speaking, and she I'm just living in another just my name, and I was like, oh man. I just need to rewrite that part. You see, I highlighted it. You can read it. It sounds like actually genuinely so. Yeah. But you can still work on it more tomorrow. Like what it really is. The one bedroom. We should probably change. Maybe don't.
All right, this concludes our broadcast. Again, final score, Illinois Tech 8, North Central 7, and our Senior Day celebration has come to a close. Thanks for tuning in to Scarlet Hawk Baseball. Reminder, the Hawks host Dominican this Tuesday, 12 o'clock and 3 o'clock doubleheader right back here at Ed Glancy Field. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for tuning in to Illinois Tech Baseball all season long, and we'll talk to you on Tuesday. So long, everyone.